Consumers have diverse and often contradictory feelings about products or services.
I think one of the things that's most important to me is the sense of personal service. Sometimes in the past I felt like I was just a phone number. And what I'd really like to see was a little more personal interface.
I kind of disagree a little bit with Mike in that I don't look for personal service from the company itself. All I care about is when I pick up the phone, does it work?
So my primary concern is the quality. If I can get good quality, then I go with the company.
So I think when I'm listening to other people and I'm thinking about my telephone, I'm thinking of it as it's something that I just expect to be there.
Case topics include market research is multidimensional, customer satisfaction measurement, or CSM, customer satisfaction measurement at GTE, career profiles. President and CEO of the Walker Group, Frank Walker, illustrates the diversity of activities in a contemporary marketing research firm.
The Walker Group is divided into 6 strategic business units. They are Walker Research and Analysis, which is a basic custom research company. We have a firm called Data Source, which I describe as our factory. It's primarily concerned with collecting data and processing it. We have Walker Customer Satisfaction Measurements, which is a consulting and research firm doing, just as its name implies, measuring customer satisfaction. From that unit, we started CSM Worldwide, which took our methods of doing customer satisfaction to the international market. We have a small database and telemarketing firm called Walker Direct, and we have a very unusual company called Walker Clinical Evaluations, which does clinical testing.
Walker Clinical Evaluations is a company that conducts clinical trials on new drugs and medical devices and OTC drugs to test the safety and the efficacy of those products. And then we have another corollary service called Direct from Patient Information, which is an attempt to answer marketing types of questions within a clinical research context.
The primary goal of the Direct from Patient Information service is to gather product use information from the end users of a product before that product is approved. For example, one of our clients who was interested in taking one of their urine pregnancy tests into the over-the-counter market recently asked us to do some work that involved the package insert and the labeling for that product as part of FDA regulations. And at the same time, they asked us to gather competitive information about other over-the-counter pregnancy tests that are currently available. So that is the combination of clinical research for the FDA and marketing research for the marketing plans that will result.
A second component of the Walker Group is Walker Research and Analysis, which focuses on more traditional marketing research.
Well, Walker Research and Analysis is the custom ad hoc company that's within the Walker Group of companies. And we do everything from manage the process of market research to actually designing studies and carry it on through. As companies become more and more equal in terms of the quality of their products, and as they become more and more equal in terms of their marketing ability, the consumer is going to be making decisions on more and more subtle criteria. One of which we think is this whole area of social performance and what the public perceives as a company's social reputation. The 3 factors that go into creating a social reputation or a model of social performance are companies. One is its economic performance, what people perceive how effective they are in their economic performance. Secondly is in their area of marketing ability and how successful they are as marketers. And then thirdly is in how good a citizen are they, or their social reputation. And those 3 things go into making up that company's reputation, which is going to create corporate equity as opposed to brand equity in the future, and which we think is going to be extremely important.
Another traditional component of the Walker Group is Data Source.
Data Source is a data collection and data processing company. We
specialize in telephone data collection. Data collection is the process of asking people opinions or asking what they have done, purchased, plan to purchase. Data processing is the summarization of the information we get from either customers or potential customers, and we will deliver that to clients in a format that helps them turn it into information and eventually into decision-making.
The Walker Group uses market research tools and skills in some new activities through Walker Direct.
Walker Direct really focuses its business on two areas: not-for-profit fundraising for constituency-based organizations. By that I mean the organizations that maintain their own lists of members or donors or alums, such as a college or university, a fraternity or a sorority, or a zoo, museum, or aquarium. The second area in which we specialize is business-to-business telephone and database marketing.
Walker Direct's work with the Kappa Alpha Theta sorority illustrates their use of marketing research tools and skills.
Well, the Kappa Alpha Theta Foundation, located here in Indianapolis, represents the Kappa Alpha Theta organization across the United States. They have approximately 100,000 alums from all their chapters from universities all over the country. They need to try to maintain relationships with those large number of people on a very broad level and on very regular intervals. We're able to provide the organization with much better database information than they would be able to keep themselves. It's more than just name, address, and phone number, but what their feelings are for the organization, their occupation, their spouse's occupation, what chapter they belong to, whether they were an officer. All of these things contribute to the relationship that the organization has with its constituents.
Walker CSM is the fastest growing of the Walker companies and is a member of the CSM worldwide network of firms conducting global customer satisfaction and quality research.
I would describe Walker CSM as an information company that specializes in customer satisfaction measurement and management. In total, the company's today about 110 employees, and most of our time is spent designing, managing, and analyzing customer satisfaction measurement information. But we've taken the company to the next level, which is where we focus on customer satisfaction management information. So a combination of an information company with a consulting component to help our clients create customer satisfaction. GTE has been a client for Walker Customer Satisfaction Measurements for approximately 15 years. They were an organization that was interested in managing customer satisfaction and measuring it many years before the current trend in quality management and customer satisfaction.
GTE started in measuring customer satisfaction during the mid-70s. We started out with our residential customers, and then in the mid-80s we moved into also measuring our business customers.
Walker CSM operates much like any other market research or consulting firm in that we typically assign a team of professionals to work with each and every one of our clients. In GTE's case, for example, we have 7 research professionals assigned exclusively to work on the GTE account. Customer satisfaction measurement studies are very different from traditional market research studies, and one of the major differences is actually in the survey design process. So by design, we actually have to find out first what is it that customers want, need, and expect of a company like GTE. So actually, before we even designed GTE's survey, we went out and did quite a bit of extensive exploratory research. We used focus groups, we used in-person, in-depth interviews, and probed customers to find out what they want and expect of GTE, what kind of relationship they have with the company, what type of interactions they have with the company, and we used that knowledge to actually design the questionnaires. Well, welcome. I'd like to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with me today. As you know, you were invited here today to participate in a discussion about the quality and value of products and services you receive from your local telephone company. So that's the intent of our discussion today, and I want to assure you up front that there really are no right or wrong answers to the questions I'll be asking you today in our discussion. What I'm really interested in is your feelings, your thoughts, your perceptions, and basically what it is you as customers want, need, and expect of your local telephone company.
Is it worth $29 a month? So if somebody could come along and say, we will provide you telephone service, for the amount that I use my telephone out of my home, for less than $29 a month, I would switch.
I have a wife and 4 teenagers at home, and she talks about not using a phone. Around our house, our phone is used very often, very much. And where Kathy may not see the value or questions the $29 a month fee that she has for local service, I think it's a real bargain around our house.
What I'd really like is for somebody to take a personal interest in what my needs might be. For example, a bunch of kids around the house, or someone who lives alone. Be a little bit more proactive and come forward and make some suggestions, perhaps about how I could save money, but more importantly, how my life could be improved.
So you call the phone company in that case.
Once information from the focus groups is analyzed, it is used in developing a questionnaire for telephone interviews.
At Walker CSM, we generally favor telephone interviewing over other forms of data collection for several reasons. One primary reason is the level of cooperation we're able to get by using the telephone as the vehicle for conducting the survey, in contrast to a mail survey, for example. In a mail survey, response rates are typically very low. And the other major factor why we favor telephone interviewing is because the element of control we have in the survey process. In conducting the interview, we actually have the benefit of a professional, trained interviewer to guide a respondent through the survey process.
At GTE, in an average year, we conduct approximately 60,000 interviews with customers, and most of those are by telephone. The results are reported on a monthly basis to all levels of management throughout the organization.
In conducting and analyzing GTE's customer satisfaction information, we use a variety of techniques. Some of those are basic statistical significance testing. We use and frequently do correlation analysis and crosstab analysis. We get into some higher order analytic techniques such as multiple regression in working with GTE's information. Multiple regression helps us identify what those key drivers are. What are those factors that are truly influencing and having a great impact on customers' overall perceptions of the company.
Customer satisfaction measurement has helped GTE understand what is important to customers and to respond to customer needs.
Well, one example is managers traditionally have thought that it was very important to get service restored quickly when it's out of order. And certainly that is important to customers. But in addition to that, we also found out that it's very important to notify the customer when it has actually been completed. What we didn't realize was that if we didn't tell the customer that it was fixed, many times they didn't realize that it was fixed. And then approximately a year and a half ago, GTE entered into a process reengineering effort in which we knew that we needed to be able to improve the quality of our repair service. In the former process, a customer would call in to report a repair. His telephone was out of order, perhaps there was no dial tone, it wasn't working in some way. The whole idea was to take the information quickly and get the customer off the line and then pass it on to someone else to do the testing. In the new process, we found out that customers wanted to feel that their call was important to us, so we took more time with them up front. We conducted the testing while they were on the line. We determined what was going to be necessary for them. This has helped customers then feel as though we're more knowledgeable. They feel as though their call is more important. We have frequently been able to clear the problem while the customer is on the line, and so therefore the responding quickly, which is an important attribute, has been something that we've been able to resolve.
And so how does a company benefit from customer satisfaction measurement?
Of course, the real benefit of customer satisfaction measurement is how the information gets used. Really, it's only a means to an end, and the end is improvements in the quality and value of products and services offered by a company. We've been working with GTE for many, many years and have watched them and have tangible evidence now of the improvements that they have been able to make as perceived by customers.
At GTE, we use the customer satisfaction measurement information in a variety of ways. We use it for strategic planning. We use it for performance appraisal and compensation. We use it for tracking performance over time. We use it for public relations benefits.
So they do it for two reasons. They want to measure and they want to manage customer satisfaction better. And perhaps a third reason is they want to lead the organization on a path of customer focus.
Knowledge of your field and of your industry is an absolute prerequisite. I mean, that's your ticket to the game, to know and understand your practice or your field of study. What really differentiates people, in my mind, is the skills and the traits that one possesses as a professional. Things like your leadership abilities, your communication skills are especially critical in a business environment. Your ability to work in a team environment, your ability to motivate people, your ability to manage yourself and manage programs and manage processes. One of the challenges I have found is how to balance personal life and professional life. I think it's a struggle any single or married individual has. Because of the demands of the work world today. We're working much longer hours, much harder today than we were perhaps 10, 15 years ago.
The most important factors to achieving success in this business and in all of our businesses, I believe, is focus on the customer and ability to determine what the customer's real requirements are and how you can go about satisfying those while still making a profit. A focus on a customer, an obsession with customer service and customer satisfaction is extremely important. I think that the two most important skills for marketers specifically are very easy to identify. One is communication skills, both verbal and written. The ability to communicate clearly, concisely, and with impact is extremely important from a marketing standpoint. The second skill that I think is very important for marketing professionals is the ability to analyze data, not simply for the sake of analyzing it, but the ability to draw conclusions and then take those conclusions and implement change.
I think anybody who wants to be successful in marketing should start out in sales. You have to be able to know and appreciate your customers before you can develop marketing plans. Try to do the best job that you can do and make sure that you're working as hard as you can and do as well as you can and not let whether you're male or female make a difference.
And originally was interested in sales for the excitement. I have to say that another secondary reason was for the financial rewards, which as a salesperson, there were direct relationship between your success and your financial rewards. Given that academics are important and that the social development in school is important and that technology is important, that the person that comes out with a well-rounded attitude and an ability to work with others as part of a team to be successful, those are all attributes that are going to be very important in the future.